I don't think it's any secret that the media landscape is changing tremendously. What started off as a print type of world evolved into radio, then kind of linear TV, and now we've seen kind of the rise of digital in a way that's incredibly significant.
Just thinking of the way that people can consume ESPN content and how that's changed over the years is pretty exciting and fascinating. But the challenge for marketers has really been, how do they measure that consumption of content? And the idea that we're kind of uniquely situated to do that, being a vertically integrated brand across all of these different platforms, really allows us to be able to measure how that's being consumed by our fans. In 2010, we really ramped up our cross-platform audience measurement initiative with the launch of ESPN XP. And the first event that we chose to measure was the 2010 World Cup. By nature of it occurring in South Africa, the majority of games occurred midday during the week when most of our fans would be at work. So we thought that was really the perfect incubator to measure cross-platform audience consumption, and really learned a lot about how fans would consume content across an event like that, and how they would really utilize their best available screen to watch a sporting event. So we had a great deal of success, but I think one of the original goals of ESPN XP from the beginning was moving cross-platform measurement from a special project to an always-on standard practice. And it's looking at providing cross-platform measurement from a few different perspectives. One of them being audience, simply quantifying audience users and usage across platforms, as well as effectiveness. The audience measurement initiative is Project Blueprint. In 2012, we brought together two industry-leading companies to measure 5 platforms, being TV and audio data, and then PC, smartphone, and tablet information. And using the most up-to-date research techniques, we're able to measure audiences across these 5 platforms in an always-on basis. At this point, we're getting overall media consumption across the 5 different platforms, and then ESPN-specific consumption. Looking at 1 month of data, we saw that ESPN media across the 5 platforms reached 79% of US adults, equating to 191 million people touched in the month. Something as simple as that was a data point that we could never get at before. And then the other aspect of ESPN XP measures audience effectiveness.
It's a survey that we're surveying 2,500 people a month. The continuous nature allows us to look at flights, so when people are running versus non-running, and we can see how that impacts effectiveness. We've strategically chosen a variety of advertisers to have a look at people who have different spending levels and are in different categories, so we can aggregate the results and have really our best look at cross-platform effectiveness that we've ever had. The results of that are pretty groundbreaking.
So the fascinating thing we've seen is that every platform does contribute, so we're able to be more consultative with our partners and our clients.
We know TV is a tremendous driver of awareness, and that's no big surprise. But, then we look at magazine and radio, and we can see how, magazine drives lower funnel metrics like purchase intent. We can see that digital video often has a faster effect. For advertisers, we really want them to know is that we have a base of knowledge that can be tremendously beneficial. And we put together these projects because we're interested in learning the truth about what's going on out there.
We have a wealth of cross-platform insights that we want to share with the industry, that we want to share with our clients, and we want to help them make their advertising better, to make their media mix more effective, and to ultimately drive sales so that they can grow their business.